Welcome to the Articulate Coven. We are your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
And we are the Articulate Coven. Ashley, there is so much stuff coming out about Interview with the Vampire, nay, the Vampire Lestat season 3.
Yes.
It's a very exciting time to be a fan, I will say.
It is. And we have such good people on the ground in Toronto feeding us delicious photographs and clips. And it's so lovely.
There were Instagram videos today as we record this shared into our Facebook group. You can find us on Facebook by searching Articulate Coven. But there were videos shared that seemingly, like, there were cameras set up, so it must have been for the show specifically. I thought at first it was just fan interaction.
Shenanigans.
But, yeah, Sam is in the back of a fancy car. He's driving down the street. He stops, and fans are screaming to him, singing, it seems like, and he puts his head out the window and sings one of his songs to them as they giggle in glee, and then he drives away. Anyway, yeah, I'm all Twitter-pated.
The vapors.
So it looks like AMC is not going to put out the footage that they gave during the panel. You and I are about to react to the full panel of the Vampire Lestat from San Diego Comic-Con. Very excited about that. But they did I have kept calling it a trailer. Somebody corrected me on that this week after our Talamasca panel reaction. And like, hey, maybe they're not going to put the footage out, because it was literally that. It was just footage that they had cut together. It wasn't a really planned teaser. It didn't have a whole lot of, they literally just had, hey, here's 30 days worth of shooting. What can we make out of it kind of thing.
Right.
So with that in mind, you and I are going to stop waiting for the official release of that footage. And this weekend, for the live stream to celebrate my birthday, we're going to react to the best footage of that we can find.
We're going rogue.
We're going rogue. We're reacting to the bootleg.
There are no rules. This is I'm a nihilist now.
I listen, in this economy, Ashley, in this economy.
No, I have too much empathy to be a nihilist. God damn it.
Let me tell you something.
I think you can't be a nihilist with anxiety.
The other day, I was feeling particularly stressed, and my lovely wife suggested, hey, why don't you just go take some time for yourself? And I said, well, here's my problem, Kel. And she said, what? And I said, the book that I'm reading right now is The Stand by Stephen King, which is about an apocalypse brought about by a virus. I don't know if you know that. And then also, the movie that I'm watching today, because I thought this would be a great movie to start, is Multiplicity, starring Michael Keaton, which is about a man so busy in his life that he decides to clone himself. But one clone ain't enough, friends. It's played for laughs. And the lovely Andie MacDowell is in it, which I can never get enough of. But
that's so many Michael Keaton.
It didn't lower my stress levels anyway. So
it's unnatural is what that is.
I'm going to overdose on a little bit of beauty with our friends Jacob Anderson and the lovely Sam Reed et al.
We're going to treat ourselves is what we're going to do.
The San Diego Comic-Con. We are going to treat ourselves. All right, let's get into this thing. Let's see how they did at San Diego.
You guys know what we're here for. You know what we want to see.
Yes.
Sam Reed's ass.
So
I mean,
I'm not going to waste any time.
They're beautiful faces.
Let's bring out our cast. We've got Mr. Mark Johnson, the overseer of the Immortal Universe. Showrunner Roland Jones. Mr. Sam Reed.
Roland Jones, I should say, very famously and obviously, and everyone knows, not a gay man.
Not a gay man. Also, it was his 5 o'clock shadow. Remember when I was like, we were watching that video and I was like, something about him looks fucking weird. Like his face is weird. It's because he had 5 o'clock shadow and he is normally quite clean shaven.
Yeah, that is exactly what was going on there.
Hey, cutie.
Jacob Anderson! Eric Bogosian!
Bogosian. Have we been adding a syllable to his name because we're from the Deep South, Ashley?
I definitely have been doing that since
Bogosian.
the first time I ever saw that man. I've been calling him Eric
Me
Bogosian
too.
the entire time.
I don't know that this moderator got it right, but my guess is that he at least got it pronounced to him probably, and you and I have not.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that said out loud. That wasn't us.
We've made fun of so many Southern accents, Ashley, and here we are, Bogosian it up.
We're a victim to our own folly is what we are. My God.
Lord of mercy.
And composer Daniel Hart.
Yay!
Yay, Daniel. Oh, his shirt just got blurred out.
All right. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay, it's got to be a
How we
corporate
doing?
logo that
Yeah,
San
it's gotta
Diego
be a
did not pay
logo.
for the rights.
All right, so let's.
In this climate, I was like, what political statement
Fuck
does
did
this
that
shirt
say? Oh, no.
No, this is just about money.
Just about money. I mean, isn't it? Isn't everything? Isn't
Indeed.
every fucking thing about money?
First off, how has your Comic-Con been so far?
Lovely.
Lovely.
Fantastic. Okay.
How's yours been?
It's been nice.
Okay.
It's been nice. We just had a little time with the friends ahead of this, and we just met your new neighbors.
Right.
Yes. All right, so let's just get right into this.
Yeah, what are you fucking waiting for?
Mark Johnson looks so confused.
It's like he's like, I left and came back. Why?
he's like,
I could have just
"What-
stayed.
neighbors, the Talamasca takes place in New York and London. This is not, they don't live next to each. That's the Mayfairs that live next to
My God.
When you started to, but did you see? We've had
It really does look like we
Yeah,
put Grandpa on the panel.
Incredible. Amazing.
All right, so last season was so good. You guys remember? Yeah,
So good.
so good. The fans.
It's so good, Ashley. I've been thinking in the last couple of days, we're really going to have to look at the schedule once we get through the holidays and look at what's coming up from AMC. We don't have Mayfair in the immediate future. I guess season 3 is the next thing that we're going to do. We're probably going to need to do a full rewatch, episode by episode rewatch of season 2. We haven't done that yet. We did it for season 1.
We definitely are going to need it. I'm going to need a refresher.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have to do it on my own regardless. So
We deserve it. Let's be honest. We deserve it.
In these dark times, we deserve sexy gay vampires.
Sometimes you have to escape to Paris. You just have to do it.
It might be my only solace in this world.
Some of us are literally tattooing things on our bodies as a tribute to the show.
That's not real tattoo, right, on your face? No. It is? Oh. No, fake. Okay. Holy Lord.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, it's temporary. Keep it temporary. It's nice. Yeah.
Did you guys expect the reaction that last season got?
You can never anticipate body art.
Right. Well, yeah, definitely.
That's always, I don't.
Do you anticipate the reaction that last season got? I don't think you can ever anticipate anything. It's always such a joy that people do tune in and watch it at all. So we're thrilled all the time. So thank you so much. It's really
Well, I mean, genuinely, he's right though, right? Like, freaking show business is luck. It's so much luck and timing.
Man,
right?
Everything is timing too, like big time, big time. And it is all luck. And yeah, you can't go into something having, especially something like this. I don't think you can go into something like this having any kind of expectation of what's going to happen. I think that, if you're doing like Modern Family, that's like one thing. You're like, that's probably going to land okay, but like, you don't really know how people are going to react to a story such as this.
But even Modern Family, and you're right, Modern Family is a great example because the studios all knew that was like they fought over it to get the script to begin with, and then a bunch of major actors were sought for the roles that ended up going to, in some cases, minor actors at the time. But even there, where the studios all felt like, and the network thought it was going to be a big hit, they didn't know that it was going to run for like 15 seasons, and like become 12-time Emmy award winning or whatever.
Right.
Quality will hold out in the end as a general rule with film because it lasts forever, right? Basically, somebody will find it on DVD and they'll tell all their friends about it, and then suddenly it'll become a cult hit. But that doesn't mean that we're going to get a season 3. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
Sam, obviously, you know, the show has such a massive and passionate fan base, and on social media, y'all are interesting. There are like levels to that social media business. Like,
someone on one of the interview sessions that we reacted to called us a wholesome fan base, I think. And I said, boy, that is not a word that I would use. Interesting. Interesting's a word. That's a better one.
It is yeah. I mean, I do think that, you know, we are wholesome in a way, you know, like I think that we're, like I said, in response to that, I think we're all kind of gentle nerds in a way. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but like we are rabid. Like, do not think for a second that we are not rabid, insane, over involved, a little obsessed,
and also like very willing to wear on our sleeves that we are hyper fixating and fantasizing about characters that are war criminals, effectively, in many cases, right?
Absolute monsters, absolute fucking monsters. Yeah.
There's like, oh my god, I love this show, and then there's some fan art where I'm like, I can't show that to my family. Especially
that is correct.
Lestat, you know, we got and then we have this incredible new love triangle, which might actually be a square at some point.
Oh boy, already.
So Sam, first, why do you think the fans are so obsessed with these characters now?
Oh wow! I mean, I guess it's like that. I was saying this earlier today. Like, you can't hate someone unless you love them. Like, there's a fine line between love and hate, and you can't have those extreme emotions unless you like really love somebody. And I think that's kind of what this show does with these characters and their relationships. They're capable of doing the worst things ever imaginable to each other because they love each other so deeply. And it's super toxic and erotic, and you know, and it creates wars within, you know, different points of views, and it sparks really fascinating conversations. And Roland and Hannah and, you know, all the writing team and now Daniel Hart have like brought in all of these really pertinent and interesting conversations that we can have under the context and the metaphor of vampires and otherness. And, you know, like, it's something to invest in, and it's incredible because we are really super invested, and it's amazing that, that we can share that with everyone. So it's,
yeah.
Yeah, I was wrong about Roland's face. I don't know why he looked fucking weird in that other video. He's got shadow in this too. I was looking.
It might have even been my fault. It might have been that we were looking at a like low quality rip of that original interview. Honestly,
the lighting. I don't know. Every time Sam opens his mouth, I want to say yay. Except I do think he's kind of endorsing a pretty unhealthy approach to long-term relationships.
Yes, that's true. I will say though, like, it is absolutely the case that nobody knows how to kick you in the, you know, metaphorical gooch better than your parents or your spouse, right? Like, you know, your mom and your partner both know every psychological button that they can yank on, you know, to make sure that this current moment where you are in distress for whatever reason is, hey, let's really take this up to 11, actually. Oh, you thought you were mad?
See, I prefer not to go to 11. I went to 11 a lot at one point in my life, and I just prefer to stay simmering. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. But I mean, I will say to his point though, like, the reason why in the show at this moment, the reason why Louis feels such betrayal for Armand, for instance, is because he was so intimate with Armand for 70 years, right? They literally shared a life together.
I mean, you're a lying liar who lies. Like, I fucking hate a liar. I hate a liar. I do not have time for liars. And
the same thing for Louis and Lestat. The reason why they're both so angry at each other in the little bit of footage that I have seen from season 3, you know, there's, I think they're going through a divorce, you know, or whatever, but like a court case of some sort. But the reason why they do that is because, I mean, genuine, when someone says something terrible about you or is like, well, I'm writing you off, then if you don't care for them, then you're like,
fuck it, who cares? Yeah.
Well, bye.
Bye. No, and it's true. Like there's when someone who you've truly cared about kind of turns on you, it is more hurtful than some fucko down the street that you just hate because he's an asshole, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I
Okay,
hate a
I'll
lot of
say it.
people right now
I'll
that I
say
don't
it.
love. I hate a
That's-
lot of people right now that I don't love.
okay, that's fair. That's fair, I suppose. I think about this, the last couple of weeks worth of events and the social media posts that have come from individuals and how shocking they have been to individuals in that life. Like, oh, you're posting a memorial to Charlie Kirk? Or likewise, oh, you're posting about dancing and celebrating the assassination of a man? Okay, all right. Well, interesting. I didn't know that about you. Either way, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you don't know the person, if you don't have a relationship with the person, then whatever new thing that you disagree with about them is like,
Right.
okay, fine. But if they're intimates, if they're in your circle and there's some new discovery or something that you radically, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
you got to deal
if
with
it's-
it. You got to have a conversation,
Yeah.
you know?
What do you mean? Wait a minute. For instance,
Yeah.
you know, if
What-
I suddenly discovered that I had been wrong about Kelly's voting record for the last
right? Oh,
couple
God.
of cycles, right?
Well,
It'd be
does
like,
she know you voted for W?
she does. We've had that discussion.
Are you out?
She also was a young Republican at the time too.
Oh,
So
bless
you know,
your
we're
baby heart.
raised down here in the Bible Belt. Like we're both fundamentalist families. We had no chance.
You had no
I'm
chance.
I'm pleading ignorance.
No, you know what? You learned and came through is what you did.
Yes. Yes. Look, always a skeptic. And Miss Angelou said, when you know better, you got to do better. That's all. And I'm hoping this for our boys. Yes, they're fighting in these teasers, but I think there is a lesson that Lestat is trying to get out here through his music in season 3. That's my hope.
Oh, I mean, even if it's not a lesson, it's going to be hot shenanigans, and we're here for it.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now, Jacob, I think I can speak for everyone in this room and beyond that we are ecstatic that you are back. We are ecstatic. We are being fed with season 3.
Okay, I believe
Not
it was.
be back. How could?
Yeah,
you can't do
genuinely.
this shit without Louis. Come on, it's not like it's a fucking surprise he's back.
Well, you and I've talked
He's
about
in
it.
the fucking book.
Yeah, he's in the books. He's in all the books. He's less in the books after Interview with the Vampire than he is in that first one for sure. But yeah, he's in all the books. You're going to bring him back. Mandy Taylor, I believe, in our Facebook group said that if I don't comment on the loveliness of this man, Jacob Anderson, she's gonna pitch a fit. I know we heap praise on Sam Reed because as I've said so many times, I fell in love with Lestat when I was 12 and didn't have any concept of bisexuality. And this man has embodied him in a way that is really startling and hard for me to wrap my mind around. Jacob Anderson, though.
I love the way you phrased that.
I mean, right? Like it's a revelation. And that's why I am so profuse in my praise for him, because it's genuinely something I've thought about since I was 12. Jacob Anderson, though, is probably one of the most beautiful men alive. Like, I don't know that he's one of the sexiest man alive yet because he is so young still. But like, look at him here, and he's so suave and graceful in his movements.
He's so
he's got a dancer's yes, that's the other thing too. He's got this core of like sweetness and not naivete, but
no, because he seems to know what the fuck's going on.
Though.
It's like suave. He's very like cool. He's just a fucking cool dude, you know?
Yeah, man. And also like so fucking easy. But it's not just him. It's Assad Zaman. It's Daniel Bogosian, as we now are going to try to remember to say. Not Daniel. Dave. What is his fucking name?
Eric
Bogosian.
I love the mashup.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I'm so focused on the second name, the last name, I couldn't get the first one straight. But yeah, all of these characters so far, and look, when they cast our new season, none of those are hard to look at either, folks.
No,
like, this is a lovely cast.
It's an embarrassment of riches, is what it is.
Rollin Jones believes in the law of aesthetics as much as Lestat does, I think.
yeah, 100%.
So before we look ahead, let's talk about where we left off and that incredible scene. But your final line was such a Michael Corleone turn. Like that was badass. Like Godfather. I own the night.
Yeah.
Like that was everything.
It's very Batman.
Where was his head at that point?
I feel like there's a lot of peace in that sentiment, self-acceptance. Louis has never felt like he owned his vampirism, and I think he's like, what? Like he's hearing all these voices in his head, and I think he's like, who are you? Who are you to come at me? Me, the vampire Louis de Point du Lac. Like he's like,
Ooh, yes.
like I think it's just like he's finally accepting that he's powerful, but in like this really complicated, beautiful way.
Interesting thing, we mentioned earlier a lot of set leaks and images that we've seen from shooting, which, by the way, I don't know that I've mentioned this on the air, but I want to get the specifics of it real quick. I'll pull this up. Someone commented on our YouTube videos recently and said they don't know this for a fact. It's just scuttlebutt they had heard on like Tumblr. But supposedly production is set to wrap in Toronto on October 23rd and then head to New Orleans for filming. Now, they said, this is Pamela Boyley 4753 on YouTube. They said, I immediately thought of your trip and hoping that it could be true that y'all would be in New Orleans while the Vampire Lestat was filming around Halloween. I don't know anything, just wishing for it to be true. Love you guys. And I said, well, now I am too. It would be.
It's just such a batshit crazy time down there. Like Halloween.
It would be a really, and also like to not have heard any leaks of scheduling or of, you know, stuff happening in the city.
My thing is just crowd control. Crowd control was really hard, and there's a lot of people in New Orleans for Halloween. It's like a big weekend anyway.
Now, it does make me think, though, the show folks might be available to show up for the event on November 1st if they're not filming in Toronto. So
that would be weird
anyway,
and wild.
That'll be a cross my fingers moment. The other thing, though, that I wanted to mention here about Louis specifically and the Eye on the Night line, we've seen leaks from season 3 that the Dracula's daughter bar is going to show up, and it's going to be owned by Louis de Point du Lac with a company called, I think it's like Immortal Properties or something like that. But the idea is that he might own all of the vampire bars from the novels, which would be, specifically, he would own the night. Like,
very
he'd be the guy.
Of our guy.
But also think about the power that would give him in a scenario where a bunch of upstarts decide that they're going to fight him.
You would hear everything.
If their network of communication goes through his companies,
his bars.
It's like, fuck you, bud. Anyway, I love that idea.
All right, we'll get to other stuff. I'm just saying, it cracks me up every time. It's like a sitcom where like the person walks out of the stage and everyone just screams. So every time I say something, you're all going to scream. Eric. All right, one of my favorite heel turns in all of history is Daniel Malloy being turned into a vampire. Because the last person who needs to live forever is that guy. What was your reaction when you saw that?
It's quite cool.
It's a dream come true. I was very happy to have that. I wanted to be I wanted to be a vampire before they even called me to do this show, and I had been thinking about it the day before, and then I got the call, and I said, "Well, am I going to get to be a vampire?" And they said, "Well, not yet." And then it happened. It took 2 years to get there, but no, I love it. I mean, it amounts to this. It solves a lot of problems for Daniel, and then it creates a lot of problems for Daniel. And as Sam was just saying, love and hate are very interrelated, and man, does Daniel hate Armand.
We'll see about that.
I love it.
So again, set leaks. We have seen the two of them together. They've already done some filming for season 3.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely going to come up, at least the beginnings of it. Now, whether we will get the full-on Devil's Minion story that people are so waiting for, I don't know. Technically, that ain't in this book yet anyway, folks. That's another book down the road.
Right. I do think they're going to cross that bridge. They've pretty much said so. So.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to get at least the beginnings of that. My guess is, if you think about it, we saw young Daniel in season 1 in moments, right? Like 2-3 moments across the season. And then we get a whole episode with him in season 2. My guess is that it'll be a similar situation here where we will get some modern day Daniel and Armand storyline that hints or teases, gives us a flash or two that there was something else that we don't know about the 70s yet.
Yeah, the fucker.
And then, and then in the Queen of the Damned season or a season 4, then we would get a full episode where we spend in the 70s and we get our Devil's Minion storyline. That's my guess anyway. That's where I'm putting my money.
Sometimes love and hate are very hard to differentiate in the Anne Rice universe. You know, you might say you love someone a second, then you're tearing apart a duplex in New Orleans, and then you're burying them alive, but you love them.
But you love them.
At the end of the season, it seemed like, and very much like Fichtner in the previous panel, it seemed like you, as Vampire Daniel, were having the time of your life.
Yeah. Listen, biting people in the neck and sucking their blood is cool. It's just really fun. And I love doing it. So
there we go.
Apologetic vampire. I'm here for it.
That was so fun.
That's all we need here.
The way you like,
right?
I love doing it.
Well, I learned from the masters. The masters taught me how it goes down.
Yeah. For Sam and Jacob, what do they think of Daniel at the end of the season?
I mean, it's pretty like season 2. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. I don't think Lestat has any idea who Daniel is.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. No. Yeah.
That was the Mariah thing. I don't know her.
He wrote 6 books.
I don't know her.
You never.
I don't know her.
Yeah, I don't think Lestat would even know that Daniel exists
No, he would not be on his radar.
At least until the book is published, right?
They're saying, oh, he wrote other books. These are not the books Lestat reads.
No, Lestat's reading Sam Spade.
Yeah.
Any of Daniel's books before?
Well, it was a period of time where he was kind of occupied with something else. I mean, I'm sure he'll have one day will read Daniel's books. I can imagine. But yeah, right now, no idea.
We just never discussed that. If you ever read.
So Jacob, what does he think of it?
I think Louis it's like I'm not angry, I'm just really disappointed. You know? At the end of season 2. But maybe, that might morph into other things.
Do you think that Louis sent Armand the bill for the home repairs?
Louis got the money. He doesn't like
Yeah.
He doesn't need a sugar daddy.
No, he would not waste the phone call or the fax
this Louis.
message.
Not
No. Sometimes it is worth it not to contact them about that money they owe you. Actually, it's like, that is, I'm going to write that off as a lesson. That's what that is.
A good lesson learned.
All right, so we've seen some amazing new art for the show based all around Comic-Con. You guys saw it. And again, the social media people, the fact that you were like taking photos and mapping out putting up the wrap on the building of the two posters.
It really is impressive.
Chronicled this. You were your own Vampire
great.
Chronicles. Which was thank you, because we were supposed to get the exclusive first look at those, and y'all just got it taken care of. So thanks for doing my job.
Hell yes.
But obviously the Lestat season, it's based on the book, The Vampire Lestat. So what can you tell us? Because I noticed the poster, it just says The Vampire Lestat.
You are very observant.
Thank you.
There's an umbrella. The Immortal Universe.
Okay.
Anne Rice did not write a book called Interview with the Vampire Part 3. Season 3, officially The Vampire Lestat.
All right.
What do you mean?
I will say this.
What do you mean?
This is cute. I hate to interrupt Jacob's interaction, but knowing how hard it has been for you and me and many of our members to find this particular piece of content in the AMC back end, I am so worried about having the show named something else. Are they still going to call it season 3 though? Or is it just going to be the Vampire Lestat season 1?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be,
How are they going to link it on the apps?
Yes. I'm going to be worried that Grandma is not going to be able to find this when she wants to watch her gay vampire show.
I had trouble finding Grandma's gay vampire. My grandma would dig this.
I think my grandma would probably watch it too if I told her to.
She'd be vodka drunk and having a good old time. She'd have
that boy's ain't got no clothes on, Joel.
She'd have some choice words, I'm sure.
Lord, he punched right through that preacher's head.
Oh, Lord. I can't even remember what I was going to say now. My God.
We were talking about how are they going to link it up in the apps?
Oh, yeah. Well, I couldn't even find it. I had trouble finding this damn piece of thing last year. You know, when it was still the interview with the vampire. I had a fucking hard time finding it then. So hopefully they got to link everything together. God, don't mess this up.
I mean, I genuinely, all the media companies are merging anyway. Can't we just get one app team to figure out a formula so that we don't have to relearn?
Government controlled, if our media is going to be government controlled, basically, can we have one app?
Please give me a good interface, y'all. Or hell,
what
even a bad interface.
What does North Korea do? What apps do they have?
I think they just have the one channel. But I mean, genuinely, even the apps that I don't love the Disney Plus interface, for instance, but I've gotten used to the Disney Plus interface and I know where things are. So I spend a lot of time watching Hulu through there or whatever, or ESPN or whatever. And then I go over to HBO Max and it's like, why does this one swipe sideways suddenly? Yeah. Or, you know what I mean?
We're acting old about it is what we're doing.
I know, but I am concerned. AMC, you see this problem 7 months ahead of time. Fix it. Just figure it out. Figure it out.
We're naming it the Vampire Lestat.
Yeah, it'll be called that. Yeah.
But not the whole show.
Yeah, the whole show. The has changed. He's interview with the vampire is you, and now it's the vampire. The has moved over one.
I don't really need to be here then.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Wait. Well, I can't be here either.
He's a bad man.
I can't be here either. I gotta.
Louis.
Oh, they're precious.
That was so corny.
The way they came
that was really corny.
That was so corny.
Eric is like, it's just a Comic-Con, you two.
They're so cute. They're having so much fun. Look at how cute they are.
I mean, it is so obvious that this is a good gig for them. Not just good quality content that you're producing, which is all when you've got good work to do, that is its own benefit.
Yeah.
But when you genuinely get along with the crew that you're working with on a regular basis, like these folks clearly do, that makes it all the better.
I hate when there's tension between actors. So we're really far out from the premiere, obviously.
Hey, you remember how on Game of Thrones there were whole storylines they couldn't do because actors wouldn't be in the room together?
Yeah. That was old Braun and Lannister,
Cersei. I don't think they were even the only two though that were that way.
Those are the ones that I remember hearing about.
Yeah,
sure.
But I think there were a couple that ended up that way on that show.
I hate working with tension. It's the absolute worst. Oof.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I heard I don't know. I think it was I don't remember who it was. Some comedian was talking about making the whole 9 yards with Bruce Willis, and that apparently Michael Clark Duncan was really difficult to work with on the set. Specifically, it had an incident with him where he told everybody that he stole Michael Clark Duncan's per diem. But anyway, Bruce Willis had called 3 years later said, hey, we're going to do the whole 10 yards. And he's like, that's great, Bruce. I don't know if you know this, but I died in the first one. So are you just like calling to rub it in? And he goes, no, we're going to bring you back as your father. And he goes, oh, okay, great. Is everybody coming back? He goes, everybody but Michael Clark and Duncan. Fuck that dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So anyway, my point is, if you're going to be the one that's hard to work with, you got to be the biggest star on the set, I guess.
True that. I had not heard tell of Michael Clark Duncan being difficult to work with.
I hadn't either until then. I had always heard he was a sweetheart.
Is what I'm saying.
I know, right? It's a funny story. Anyway, be nice on set.
We're filming up in Toronto, but you might have something.
Yeah, well, it's hard to put together
teasers
from what we have. So we have some behind the scenes things where we kind of look and some stuff like that.
Okay.
It's just a little glimmer, as if you had been invited into the set.
Ooh, would you guys like to go to the set of the Vampire Lestat? Let's show them.
And we just started.
Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't show us that teaser, but we're going to watch it this weekend anyway, so boo on them.
This is the face of disappointment.
Yeah, stay tuned. I'll cut that out as its own video to go on our YouTube in case you don't watch our full podcasts.
Natasha is up on her feet.
Somebody's been doing his push-ups. Wow. Wow.
That's sort of what I say every time I see Sam with his shirt off too, actually. Let's be honest.
God.
Thank heaven for Australians.
Oh, God bless.
Oh, speaking of Australians, because I'm going to forget it anywhere else. Nicholas Denton, you and I talked about Secret Brits the other day when we did the Talamasca panel. He's not British. He's Australian.
He's Australian? Of course we fucked that up.
Yes. Emma Garton 6924 on YouTube says, sorry, Joel, Aussie here. He's one of ours. Carry on, sir. I love this video.
Yeah. Do not let us misassign someone. Please.
Yeah. Every Australian said, hey, look, I do understand there's an accent.
Well, it's like when people think, actors from New Zealand are from Australia and New Zealanders are like, no, they're ours.
Kiwi, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Again, I say this every year. I think I just got pregnant. So obviously we saw the band. We got a band. We got obviously you guys, if you know the book and you know the lore, there are some people that need to enter this story.
Sure.
Do you have any information on people we might see?
Well, look, I know everybody's been talking about this on the internet, and I'm just going to get out there. Real Rashid is coming back. Along with Nikki, Vampire Sam, Fareed, Raglan James, and Assad Zaman as the vampire. And Delaney Hales is coming back. Okay, so that's, the old people. We're doing a rock tour. We're doing this crazy Fellini-esque romp across the eastern seaboard of America. You're going to see a lot of people along the way, but there are some big...
The eastern seaboard of America. That's interesting. I don't think I had heard that anywhere else. It's not a world tour.
No. I need to look
maybe he just means what they filmed so far, but I don't think so. I get the impression
that's
the arc of where they're going to go during season 3 at least, which would really lead credence to this being a 2-season arc for this book.
Yeah.
In that case. Interesting.
Yeah. Tightness, large folks coming in. Who wants to know about Gabriella? Did you hear that right? There's an A at the end of her name. Italian origins. Strong. Folks, I wanted to do it. The ink is not dry on the contract. We've cast her. It's coming.
Jennifer Ely. Obviously, we know
she's
that now.
so
has
wonderful.
been cast. That's funny that the contract wasn't done at the time. He couldn't
That's
announce
hilarious.
Right. I am so excited to hear about Delaney and Assad. I did notice that you didn't say who Delaney would be playing, so I'm not going to ask.
Very observant.
Thank you. Because I want to save that for when you're ready. So we also.
Okay. There had been speculation in our comments before that Delaney was going to play someone other than Claudia, and I just dismissed it. That like really heavily hints that we're going to see Delaney play someone else.
Or it could just mean she's going to be a Claudia ghost or.
So my assumption that was that they would do effectively like a Sam stat, except for Claudia, right? A conscience as externalized into the form of Claudia.
Yeah, that's kind of what
I don't know, man. I don't know. That makes it seem maybe different. My apologies to whoever I dismissed with that suggestion, by the way. I think there might be something to it, maybe. Or at least I understand where you're speculating from.
Yeah,
there.
where you're coming from with that, for sure.
Yeah. So we had that news. We also have 2 new photos that you'll probably want to get your cameras out for, or your phones out for. We have, because you're going to want to share and spend time with, these photos of our rock star.
Oh, nice.
Gonna share and spend time with. Oh, you can't even share the photos, San Diego?
Look at that.
So annoying.
I mean, just bends like it's a.
I'm sure
We've seen these
There's
images.
no-
yeah,
there's no
that's the
wires
Iggy
holding
Pop
that up
image
right now.
where
That's
he's
just-
What?
leans
Also,
so
what is
over.
that muscle? See on the back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
That man's lats are incredible.
Who is the artist that does this song? How does it feel? You know the one I'm talking about. The music video is just him standing there shirtless. Now I got to look this up. You would know the music video if I show. D'Angelo.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
D'Angelo.
I remember
in
that.
music video specifically. It was the first time, Ashley, that I had heard the phrase that rhymes with bum nutters. These muscles below the belly and above the privy parts, as our novel told us recently. Yeah, I'd never seen those on a human being until I saw that D'Angelo video. Oh my, what is
That's
that?
A very special V is what that is.
I know exactly what Jacob's talking about there when he goes, "What's that? What's that muscle?"
Yeah, and his lats are so incredible to me. He looks like a swimmer. It's like,
yeah. Anyway, that look on Jacob's face was very familiar to me. I remember where I was. I saw that video on MTV.
a discovery of new muscles on a lot of different levels.
Oh my. There were signs, ladies and gentlemen. I might not have figured it out until late in life.
There were
signs.
There were signs.
You muscle.
That's called the handle.
Yeah.
The handle. That's the exact same thing I was talking about on D'Angelo.
What has gone into transforming yourself into a rock star Lestat? It's clearly not just physical.
I beg your pardon?
It's clear. It's not just physical.
No.
Too late for that.
Yeah.
Damien.
Daniel and I have been working for a long time, since the beginning of the year, working on his music. And, it's basically like we came to the music first. The music, Daniel wrote all the music before the scripts came. So I had the songs before I had a context, which was quite an interesting way to approach it. Learning instruments, learning, ways to sing these songs, which are gigantic songs, like the biggest songs. It's such a privilege for me to get to do his work. He's incredibly talented, as you all obviously know, or if you don't know and haven't seen the show, I suggest you just listen to the first 2 soundtracks, just to grasp the scope of what Daniel Hart is capable of, and then imagine what he would do with rock music, because he is like a rock star in his own right. He's played Bowie, he's played open for Radiohead. I mean, it's just extraordinary stuff. But yeah, so it's just kind of like discover what Lestat sounds like as a musician in 2025/26. 25?
25.
Okay, yeah, 25. Yeah, so that's been the process, really. Yeah.
And your musical background helped, or was it something you actually had to like tone down for this new style?
Well, I mean, I don't really say I have a musical background. I've done a musical.
Okay, that's more than most of us.
Okay. But like, I've always loved singing. I've always loved being the idea of like incorporating music into a character and a role. So it's kind of like if you could get like a dream job and then make it even more of a dream job, it's kind of like progressively happening, which is sometimes I imagine waking up and being like, oh, that didn't really happen. But then no, here we are, it's happening. You do have to sort of sell your soul a little bit and give away your body. But I think the offset for that is, like Lestat is a hypersexualized character in himself, and will be, throughout his life, and has been from a very young age.
That seems to imply to me that maybe they're going to go a little further than the novel specifically does with the Gabriella relationship, perhaps. I'm here for that too, honestly.
I mean, fuck it. Let's be twisted. Who cares? Just do it.
It is interesting to me that Sam would downplay so much his musical abilities. He is a very talented singer, and he's done some of that already in various productions over the years.
I think he's a little more. I mean, Sam's a lot more reserved as a person. I don't think he wants to be the type of guy that's like tooting his own horn. He seems to be much more like the one that's giving the flowers to the people around him, Yeah.
He also, if you're of this persuasion, conspiracy wise, he very much played into the idea that he's been possessed by Lestat.
I love
properly
it.
there.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I sold my soul and gave up my body.
Yeah. I mean, we thank you.
We know a guy who can help you with that. Actually, you can swap right in and out. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I could see Lestat trading places with Sam for a little while. Be like, yeah, I'll go live on the beach with your beautiful Australian partner, and you go deal with the adoring fans for a couple of years.
Yeah, that would be
right?
be a bad trade for Sam, I think. Bless him.
To kind of like explore sex and sexuality through music, which, if you look at music today, like it's hyper-sexualized. I mean, like every time I'd be going, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch some rock concerts, I'm going to watch some live performances. It's all live, like nude gyrating or kind of like, like whatever. What?
No, what?
Like whatever, that kind of stuff.
I think he's talking about Sabrina Carpenter. I think he's talking about Sabrina Carpenter right there. I think that.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not just her, right? Like even like,
and I adore
Gaga
her. She's
does
fucking adorable. I love it.
She's the best. Which, by the way, speaking to mine and your interests, did you see that they announced her as the special guest star for the Muppet Show special that will air in 2026?
I did see that.
So there had been rumors for a long time that they were going to do a Muppet Show reboot properly, and the rumors I had heard were that they were shopping it to Fox, like the broadcast network. But that's not what we're getting. We're getting at least one special event in 2026 on Disney Plus. But I'm here for it. Sabrina did a Netflix Christmas special that was pretty good, and she's just a lot of fun generally. But like, Lady Gaga is in fishnets constantly, right?
No.
Like, but this is not new. Like
this
Elvis
is not
got
new, y'all. This is not new
Elvis got shot from the waist up because he moved his hips too much.
I literally have seen a archive video of a Led Zeppelin concert where you can see Robert Plant's penis. It's just in his jeans, but you can clearly see his penis.
Squeeze my lemon, let the juice run down my leg is all I have to say about that. I mean, and look, it's not just Yeah,
Part of
this is
rock.
not just
It's
women.
not a-
Yeah, it's part of the thing. Like, and honestly, I think in so many ways, like society at large, the straight laced society did it to rock and roll, right? Like rock and roll didn't start all about sex, but they were like, oh, the gyrating pelvises.
Right.
They're like, oh,
Might as well.
you don't like sexy? Okay, let me sing Wild Thing then. How about that? Actually, yeah, brown sugar for you. How about that? Anyway, yeah, I'm here for it.
Shows like then.
No, yes, Jacob's you're more
I'm like
overall.
a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Overalls.
Yeah. But a lot are, like if you look at like Robert Plant or, there's a lot of, or, Jim Morrison. I beg your pardon?
Examples.
An example, yeah, well, I just said Robert Plant. David Bowie, obviously, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain.
Jim Morrison.
Oh, you want me to give you an example? You will potentially have access to seeing a live example. Not today, but later on. So keep your ears and eyes peeled for that. But I think
They are really going to give us a live performance somewhere. Ashley?
Well, I mean, I'll take a fucking video at this point. I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know that
For
I
sure.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I
what we get.
think they're planning the things we want them to plan. My deal is Sam needs to host Saturday Night Live, and the
Oh.
Vampire Lestat needs to be the musical guest.
Yes,
Like,
that would be
just
incredible.
Fucking do it.
So Jacob, like as we talked about, like the end of season 2, Louis is in his power. Can he say how long it's been between seasons and what he's become since then?
I actually don't know the answer. How long has it been?
2 years.
I think you had about that's about rough. Right, two plus.
2+ years. Yeah. Okay. Not happy about the book, like at all. Not happy about that coming out, and his story kind of being it's like not really his own anymore. He could have learned about the cloud. Would have been good rather than setting fire to a laptop. Might have helped.
Little firebug.
Maybe just don't fly the interviewer halfway around the world to come sit in your penthouse for 2 weeks and record your life story again.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, what did you think he was going to do with it?
he was gonna write, even if you did blow the laptop up and he didn't have it written down anywhere else, he was still gonna write about it. Like,
yeah.
what did you think was gonna happen, Louis? Come on.
Yeah, Louis, he's like diversifying himself. He's got like some new avenues of revenues.
Avenues of revenue.
Avenues of revenues. Yeah, he's like living his whole vampire self proudly, and things feel like they're going really well. But obviously, things can't ever stay good for Louis. So yeah, things get complicated, obviously.
Yeah. Can you guys say, is he staying in Dubai? Has he relocated?
No. I didn't know if that was something I could say emphatically, but no.
We destroyed that set and we will never go back.
Everybody, including me, who thought so much about The Grown for the first 2 seasons is just going to be so disappointed with that news right now.
Absolutely nothing.
We're never going to know what the sound was in the basement of the penthouse,
It
y'all.
was the fucking wind, Joel. It was the wind.
They said the building moved and made noise, and I guess that was all it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Boo. What it was supposed to be was a tease. It was supposed to be a tease that something else was going on downstairs.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can guarantee you this, though. We'll have a new Fangs Skyline opening for season 3 then, won't we?
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, we will.
Dubai has been present the whole time. Our top has changed several times, but Dubai has been there the whole time. We're going to have a different one.
We're mixing
Whole
up the
new
tops
set.
and bottoms.
Yeah, no, he's a traveling man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a different man? He's got a different swag.
Yeah, a little bit of a different swagger. I feel like I'll let you. Yeah, he's more confident and gives less of a fuck. about many things.
Nice.
Good for you, Louis.
Nice. So he's very much like Daniel Malloy.
No.
No.
So Eric, as the newbie vampire on the team, you are obviously new to the vampire prosthetics, the accessories. How has that been switching into the lenses, the fangs, all of that, learning the tricks of the trade?
It takes some getting used to. Yeah, I mean, we wear our I just had my nails taken off yesterday. The nails are permanent, and you go around in the real world with very sharp, pointy, long nails all the time. And I don't know, I can't explain myself to every single shop I go into or supermarket why I have these nails. The eyes, yeah, they're good. We have a good person this year. We like our person this year, and the fang.
Boy, that is such a great way to not say you had a shitty one last
I had
year.
a shitty wardrober last year. Don't poke me in the eyes, bitch.
The contact lady was terrible last year. Good on you for being politic, though, Eric. Very, very nice way to handle that. Just
Thinly
praise the
veiled.
current.
Thinly
Good
veiled.
job. Yeah.
Sam has given me some
The lens
point-
technician, in case
the
you're
lens
wondering.
technician. We
The
call
lens
the person, yeah,
technician.
who puts them in, and Sam has given me some pointers, no pun intended, of how not to hurt your victim when you're biting down on them.
Right.
So,
Okay.
because the fangs are sharp.
Yeah. Can you take the lenses out with your nails?
No, I can't touch my lenses. You need a technician to put them in. It's not like a regular contact lens.
I can't
Okay.
touch my lenses.
So you won't be leaving work with them,
No.
right?
No, they can't stay on for too long. But they, I mean, all of these things in combination, the lenses, the fingernails, the fangs, and our fantastic sets that we get to work in help us become these characters. We walk into set when we're completely suited up, and it like we enter another dimension, and it's fantastic. I mean, you become these other people, and then these guys are very real, and all of a sudden it's like you've walked through the what is it, the looking glass, and you're Alice, and you're in another place entirely, which I love, because I don't know why other people act, but I act to pretend. I like making believe I'm somebody else, and that's what we get.
I think most people act for the money, Eric, but
Yeah, I think he has done enough one-man shows in his life that he's proven that that's probably not his number one agenda.
very fair, very fair. I do think, like, genuinely, just the production values alone help make this show. It raises the level of the production a lot. We would like it even if it was a pretty low budget take on these
Right.
characters, probably,
But it's
because
nice-
we're in love with the characters.
Right. It's nice that the sets and the costumes serve the story so brilliantly, They're
Yeah,
on the same level as the performances you're getting and the scripts that are being written.
that's it. That's it exactly. There's verisimilitude between the level of writing and the level of production. That's it. Like it allows you. It allows even the average viewer that doesn't have 40 years worth of pining for these characters
Right.
to fall into the world all on their own.
Yeah. Well, and as a performer, like, I love a costume. My God, give me a costume.
my
give me a
favorite
wig.
day.
It's the
Yes.
best. And that to me
Boots.
is like, yeah,
A pair of
the
boots.
shoes, a good,
Yes.
like whatever the shoe is, it really speaks to how the character moves and things like that. So it's just, it's so important to have such a really well-rounded team that gets all of that. And when you can have everybody that's on that level of talent, it really does make a show much, much better. It makes the performances so much better. Yeah.
Makes a world of difference. Absolutely.
So obviously we also know, it's not just about the rock star story. It's not just about the tour, though I do have a question. Will any of Lestat's tour stops have a Jumbotron?
Oh.
And will we catch any Telemasca agents with the HR director?
It's an interesting question. We are very interested in what landing Lestat and this tour in 2025 in this particular moment in the American and what gets noticed and what doesn't get noticed. So there was a way you could do it. You could do things with jumbotrons. We have made some other decisions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But so Mark, aside from the rock star of it all, what are the core themes that this season is going to look at?
Oh my God, there's so many. It's Vampire Lestat.
He's like, I don't know.
Doing a lot of self-questioning and working it all out musically.
Oh, okay. All right.
What a good answer, Mark.
That is
Excellent
not a good
work.
answer. That's not even the question.
No, you get him in and out. He
True.
didn't
no,
know.
you're right. That's true.
Like,
he does not know what you're talking about.
Don't leave yourself up there hanging about what the existential questions of this novel are. Like, you don't know. That's fine.
That's not his job.
That's fine. He does a lot of self-searching and then works it out musically. Yeah,
then
that's
sings
the
a
plot of the
song
Vampire
about
Lestat.
it.
That's the plot. That's it. Don't even worry about it.
A lot from the past, just so you know. I think that's what you're trying to get to, Damien.
Yes, thank you.
And it's not all Rockstar, it's also the 1700s and everything that you want to see. And
It's in the book.
it's all there.
It's in the book.
Obviously, and you know, a lot of Louis too. So it's not like we're just doing a 1700s like that. So Roland has done an extraordinary job, as per usual, like doing an adaptation of a near impossible book to adapt, and finding a way to incorporate like basically what Anne Rice created through, you know, Lestat talks about, I'm going to tell my story, I'm going to do it through music videos, I'm going to do it through songs, I'm going to become this rock god superstar, I'm going to become this like shining empirical light that is going to, like, you know, be the beacon of what gods are on earth, and, you know, his entire ego like bubbling up to, you know, burst into the biggest come down ever, which is Akasha going, shush, little man. You know, and so I think that's sort of like,
It is, God, he just encapsulates it so.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact that those two fellas understand these novels so perfectly, and this character especially, that, like, even if everything else went to hell, we would have that. And I think it would be fine, largely.
Yeah.
Like,
He truly intrinsically understands that character very, very well. I love it.
oh,
you know, where we're going, where we're building, and how Roland has incorporated that through the past, and how the past comes into the present, and it's all there. And so, yeah, it's not all Rockstar. It is also the past, and those pictures that you've seen, maybe sometimes in little different context to what you're expecting, but the themes are all there. It's all there. Yeah.
And so much of the first two seasons, we got the perspective of Lestat through Louis. And that was his reality and remembrance of who he was. Now that Lestat is getting to tell his truth, what does that do to Louis and his, like, kind of reckoning? Oh, did I have this wrong?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You're really treading on some stuff here.
It's a very good question, but the real answers to that would be no fun. 'Cause then
right.
where's the...
A bunch of people asked me to ask that one. Okay, so will you be...
good on you for asking the question. Also, no, you're not going to get an answer to that.
You're not getting an answer to that.
Actually, every year in early September, Apple like announces all their new phones and things, and then the executives all go on a press tour. And my tech podcast that I listen to, often people are writing, well, why didn't they ask them about this? And why didn't they ask them about that? And they're like, hey, the CEO is not going to answer a question about, you know, whatever thing you're mad about from 3 years ago, where they can expose themselves.
To ask questions. They're not going to waste
Well,
their
and
time
also,
on things that are not getting answered.
As the asker up there, as the panel leader, like, does he want this job next year? Okay, well then don't push on a thing that, you know, the guys are going to walk off stage and be like, I don't care who's leading our panel next year, but it's not that guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, you gotta. I mean, and listen, we talked earlier about, I don't know if we even mentioned it by name, but we did hint at, you know, Jimmy Kimmel just got let go at ABC basically because Trump said so. And same thing, Colbert got his contract extinguished, and the Late Show is not going to be renewed because Trump said so, basically. Jimmy Fallon, among the many things that he wants to do, he wants to keep that paycheck. And so he's going to be circumspect about what he says. And you got to expect that that's going to be the case. So like, I don't know. I find it hard to sit on the sidelines and be mad at anybody for how they do their job, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. He did a good job of that. Asking the question, even though he knew he wasn't going to get an answer.
Yes.
I wanted to point it out. Yeah.
Yes.
You got to do both.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. That's it.
Rice Library. Will you be pulling parts from other books?
You know, I tried to kick that Queen of the Damned down the road as long as I could, and then it was impossible to look. We don't have a green light for anything other than this season, but it was impossible to write season 3 without knowing what we're doing for season 4, which just means they're becoming the same book. We're pulling from that book. We're here. Things have moved up. There are other books which will give up too much story that we are using too. The whole canon is there for us, and we're extrapolating to try to create something honorable and something new for those who know it, dead on it. Yeah.
Okay. And for
that's exactly the way that I want him to do it. Like, don't keep your powder dry. Like, tell a good story.
Yeah.
If you need to pull something from a later season or what would be a later season, then fine. But tell the best story you can.
To me, there's so much of Queen of the Damned that kind of feels so concurrent to this.
The first half literally is, yeah.
Yeah, so they are really intertwined. It would be impossible to ignore that book exists.
Yeah, or you do a whole season of the Vampire Lestat, and then the first season of the Queen of the Damned storyline would just be what everyone else was doing while we saw season 3, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not the way you make TV. I mean, The Lord of the Rings is the perfect example of this, right? In the Two Towers, the two stories are told completely in like one whole story gets told and then the other whole story gets told. The movie was like, hey, we can't do that. We got to intercut it. Like obviously you do.
You can't wait an hour and a half to see some fucking hobbits,
Hey, remember these guys?
God.
Yeah, what if the 4th season of the Vampire Lestat didn't have any Lestat in it? Or he was only like in the background of scenes because it was about what everybody else was doing while they were watching Lestat become a rock star.
Nobody needs that.
No. Just give us some of that while we're doing this.
Can these two work?
I mean,
try and work
as
well. Like,
did they ever? Can broken hearts be fixed? Can forgiveness be given? Can grace be acknowledged?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the show, isn't it? I mean, like you kind of they want it to work, but also like how fun is it when they don't work? Like the clashing is part of the thing.
Draw.
What do you?
That's
always
part of the
use
drama.
This phrase like smash into each other.
Oh, colliding.
Colliding into each other, and it's kind of they've always got to smash into it. And you're either talking about them having sex or fighting, basically. You never really know which one he's talking about, but it's interchangeable. It's interchangeable, and I mean, do you really want like them to be? I mean, of course, one day.
When Mark Johnson calls in the chips and says we've all got to go home to the next project, well then we'll get a happy ending. But until then,
you need the drama. Yeah. That's why we watch this. We don't want this in our personal lives. We want to watch other people having the drama.
Exactly.
We had the drama. We didn't enjoy the drama.
I mean, this is the reason why it's role play. Right? You bring role play into the bedroom. You don't bring arguments into the bedroom.
No.
Let's pretend we had a disagreement just a minute ago and we get to collide it out. Why don't we?
Collide it out.
Thing and like to find somebody that really like can get under your skin and really
collide hard enough, you get right under the skin.
And it's like just this compulsive, obsessive, deep, intense, like isn't that drama? Isn't that like that's what you want?
Yeah.
So
it's also one of my favorite aspects of their relationship in the books is that like like Lestat always comes back to Louis when he's just like exhausted and just done the most unhinged shit, and then it's just like, it's just like, I just need something normal, and then that becomes like unhinged, and then he has to go to the next thing. And I feel like the way that we're doing it is like both of them have to be completely exhausted to like fall back into each other, and then exhaust each other, and then
Okay, but haven't you known couples that are like that in the past, right? Like they have something innate that keeps them connected, but they can really only get there when they've crashed out. Otherwise, it's like, boy, when I hit my low, when the shit hits the fan, when when I clash with my family or whatever, I can always call. There's that great song.
I think I might have been that girl for someone at one point.
If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? I can't remember who sings it, but there's a great pop song. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? And stay the night. Anyway, like that's like, yeah, I feel like there are a lot of people that have that relationship in their life that's like, I can't be with you, but I need to know you're fine.
It's really exhausting. It's really exhausting when you're friends. I'm glad none of my close friends are in a relationship like that anymore. Like no one I know, everyone I know, pretty much all my friends are in like good solid relationships, which is really nice. But like, Christ, it's exhausting. It's exhausting watching it happen. Oof.
I think about the same time we lose our knees, we lose the flexibility for that kind of relationship, Ashley.
Oof.
You gotta find something.
I don't know.
I don't have the bounce anymore.
I think I lost the appetite for that around 2003, I think.
What is time?
There we go. All right, now, finally, the key part of this whole third season is the music.
There we
How
go.
did we take so long to get to Daniel Hart?
I know.
What are
Now
we
we
doing?
get to Daniel Hart.
Finally.
The music we've heard so far sounds incredible. I know that you have a vast library of songs already. So, Daniel, congratulations, first of all, for getting all that done. But tell us about how you approached this season and how intricate has it been for you?
Hey, everybody. I've been in the writer's room since the beginning. I've been working with Rollin and the rest of the writers hand in hand, writing the songs at the same time that the scripts are being written. And we talk through episodes, we talk through story and plot and characters, and then I'll go off to my little corner of the writer's room and work on a song based on our discussions. Or I'll just have an idea based on whatever I read from the book that day. And I'll go off into a little corner and I'll work on a song based on my thoughts. I bring it back to Rollin. We talk through what it is. We start sharing it with Sam. Then we share it with Jacob. Then we share it with Eric. And then we share it with Mark. And then I think Rollin shares it with everyone.
Then we bury it in a shallow grave and see what comes out of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of collaboration. It's a lot of talking back and forth. I'm taking ideas from what we've already seen in seasons 1 and 2, ideas from the book, ideas from talking to Sam about his thoughts about Lestat, not only Lestat the rock star, but just Lestat in general, and what happens to him, what he is, why he want to become a rock star in the first place. It's all I'm trying to approach as a storyteller first, and then as a vampire rock star second.
Okay. And we have, I believe.
And again, that's like exactly what we wanted to hear. Like,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
And I know that's not an easy, like, this is such an impossible task that he's been given. And thankless, probably,
it could
because
go so wrong. It could go off the rails so hard, so easily, and get real campy or real bad.
even if it goes really, really well, I don't think Daniel is going to end up getting most of the credit for it, right? Like in the public's eyes at large. I mean, maybe he'll win an Emmy for it or something, right? But like realistically, it's going to be Sam and Rollin to a lesser degree.
I mean, definitely Sam for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, meanwhile, if it falls apart, I don't think Sam will largely get blamed for it. I think
No.
it will be Boy, that music wasn't that good. That Daniel Hart guy must not have been up to it. You know,
I sure don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't think it is either. Everything we've heard so far has been really, really enjoyable. And I just think from a storytelling perspective, like I go back and I listen to Come to Me even now. And I'm like, what first of all, it's just a good song. It's just a good love song, but it plays on like 3 or 4 different storytelling levels that all are satisfying. Anyway, like they've given us reason to believe that this is going to work well. That's my point.
He knows what he's doing, y'all. He's a talented man.
Very much so. Very much so.
Leave.
Are you going to play for us?
Of your work.
Do we?
With Mr. Sam, I believe.
Is
Roland,
that
do you have something?
You know, look, Damien, we've been shooting this thing for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard to put something together. It's like 15 days of shooting.
It's your job.
All right. With that caveat, who wants to see 3 minutes from season 3?
Well, that was the teaser that we will watch this weekend. Actually, I'm guessing they played the behind the scenes footage that we've already now seen earlier. Yeah.
Bastards.
We've got to wrap up real fast, but Daniel, I've been staring at that guitar this whole time. Oh. And I think you should probably go put it on.
You do?
I think you should.
Okay.
I'm going to read some stuff about this. So obviously you guys probably have read that they have a cool new partnership. AMC has a partnership with Fender where they've created 4 custom Fender Lestat guitars influenced by the show. They will be integrated throughout the show. Throughout this season, they will be, they were created with Fender and Vampire Lestat's production designer, Andres Kubelan. Designs get bloodier as the season goes on. So we decided that we should end this amazing get-together with a performance by Daniel Hart.
Hey! Hello, my beasties. Here we are. Let's talk about music for this show. This beautiful guitar, the Lestat.
That is fucking hilarious.
What do I know? I don't know. Let's just play some music. What's the music? Oh, wait, no, that's from season 1.
I was going to say, I've heard that one.
Let's see. No, that's from season 2. I'm not getting it right. Hang on, let's see. No, that's not it either. What happens in season 3 again? We just watched that trailer. Oh, that's right. Lestat becomes a rock star with a band. That's the thing.
A little surf inspired, I heard there. Maybe it was just the reverb that we were getting from the live performance. But that was an interesting. Look, man, I am for it. I know how hard he and Sam and Rollin have been working on this now for like 18 months plus at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for what they have for us. Excellent panel. I thought. Let me make sure. I think that's the end of it. I think they're wrapping it up there.
Give it up for the Vampire Lestat!
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. Except I will say one more time, genuinely, AMC, figure out the trailers for next year and just go ahead and put them in the video, for goodness sake.
So I don't have to hide in someone's purse.
I'm not sure when this will go live on YouTube, so it won't make much sense to publicize the fact that we're going to do a live stream this weekend for those folks. But If you're watching this on Patreon, well then, hey, we're doing a live stream this weekend. You should have a link on the Patreon. You can access it and join us there.
Joel's
You can join us on YouTube
birthday.
too. That's right. It's my birthday on Sunday. I'm 44, which I was very surprised to discover earlier this week. I thought I was going to be 43 for some reason. I was like, the math ain't mathing.
That's happened
Anyway.
to me before. I think for like half a year, I thought I was 42 and I was 43. Yeah.
It's one of those things, man. I am so excited about this show. I'm so excited for the continued teasing that we're going to get, especially
so far away.
Well, it is so far away, but we're about to launch Talamasca, and that's going to be heavily promoted by the network, which I think is going to dovetail directly into their ongoing promotion for the Vampire Lestat. I think they're going to keep us hot and ready.
They better,
as the pizzas are,
as
so
the
to
pizzas
speak.
Are. Yes, as the Little Caesar commanded.
That's right. That's right. Folks, we will keep it hot and ready for you as we continue to discuss the Immortal Universe and all other things. Anne Rice and Spooksy. We are in the Spooksy season. We've got some great stuff coming up in October for you. Not only my live stream this week, but we've also got New Orleans, Ashley and Joel style. We're going to be talking about other vampire fiction that we enjoy. We're going to be talking about Anne Rice's life, and we're going to be ranking the vampires from her novels. All of that coming up in the next month before we get to Talamasca. So lots of fun stuff for you. We'll be in New Orleans for Anne Rice's Celebration of Life. Yeah, November 1st. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Find all the information on what we're going to be doing at our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free, but even join it as a free member. We'll do announcements there. You'll know about things like this upcoming live stream, etc., etc. So until the next time we talk to you, we have been your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
And we are the Articulate Coven.